We're going to talk about peak performance today. Thank you for listening. So often I walk into a company or I walk into a conversation and they are looking to expand their capacity to create results in their marriage or results in the organization. And the conversation is always, about how my wife isn't, or my husband isn't, or my employees aren't. So out of your commitment to driving peak performance, look at the breakdowns that are existing in your life and notice the complaint will be about them. So let's look at it. What is the tool that I have access to impacting the world around me? That tool is, as much as I would like for it to be my golf club, it is communication. It isn't the golf club, it is communication. So my communication, my speaking, impacts the world around me. Now, so what I'm saying is, depending upon how I communicate, then correlates to the results that people have the opportunity to create for myself. So then why is the look always out there? Why are people always looking at that the world isn't performing? Well, the answer is simple. It's so that I don't get confronted. Now, in the last video, I spoke about how the job of the program mind is to keep me from being confronted. So in the matter of peak performance, rather than looking out there, you get the opportunity to look in here. So for example, how am I thinking? How am I feeling? How do I create feelings? Where does my speaking come from? Where's my listening coming from? How am I thinking, feeling, speaking, and perceiving directly correlates to then the communication that I have access to. Here's an example. What does this mean? Your first response. What does it mean? Say it out loud. That's right. It means you're number one. And I get that all the time on the highway when I was driving my Mustang a few years ago. The matter of perception, your matter of perception, which is a programmed context, meaning your brain's programmed to operate in a particular way, and depending upon the programming that you have access to, directly correlates to how you perceive. Depending upon how you perceive, then correlates to how you're going to speak. Your speaking is impacting the world around you. If you're looking to transform, empower the results in your life, the teams you're a part of, then the first look isn't there. The first look is here. How am I thinking, feeling, speaking, and perceiving? And more importantly, how is my matter of cognition and then communication impacting the world around me? Try on the possibility of getting accountable for the way of being. You have to discover it first, though. You have to discover the way of being. Try on getting accountable for the way of being that's impacting the world around you. I show up like I'm controlling, aggressive, and I think that scares you. Is that the case? Or I show up passive, and I think you see me as somebody who's not accountable or not effective. So out of your commitment to driving peak performance, begin here. See what you can discover. Get into a conversation with people in your life about here and see what they can help you discover. And then from there, create the type of behaviors, communication, that makes the difference. Enjoy that tool. Peak performance happens here.